Hear me out, hear me out. Let me just get this off my chest. Welcome to Her Diary Out Loud with Danny Royal, where my journey does not define me, but it defies the barriers of caring about what other people think. One real life experience at a time, my story, my way. I mean, it's better out than in, right? You guys, we have made it into a new year. Oh my goodness. Like, if you made it, I need you to just, I don't even know, jump, shout, sing, cry, something, because there are many people who did not make it into a new year. Like, oh my gosh. Now, this year, it went by fast. Let me tell you, it went by fast. I feel like it went by fast and it went by slow. But y'all, we are here. We are here. I'm not even going to hold you tonight. I'm not going to hold you tonight, this morning, this afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I'm not going to hold you. But I do want to give this up, and I want to serve this up and let you know that I'm so grateful that you made it over on the other side. This is our recap, but I just had to give my little extra because, man, if you have a New Year's resolution, I really, really pray that you stick to it. I don't really do the New Year resolution thing because I really feel like when you set goals, you accomplish goals. You give them a time frame. And I also, for me, when I give when I write down like my visions or my dreams or my aspirations or what have you, what I do is I give God room to have his way. I might put a deadline every now and then, but I'm like, I also write when they, you know how they say read the fine print. I'm like, things are always subject to change as long as God is in the midst. God can have his way however he chooses. And so I do that in my writing, but I want to encourage you all to do that. Like, have your plan, but let it be that it's okay, God, to change your mind at any time. It's okay to do your best work at any time outside of the plan that I have for myself. This is another year. This is another opportunity. This is another, reason to be grateful to have a fresh start amongst so many other things. So many other things. And I'm just here. I'm present. And I want to say Happy New Year. I want to say Happy New Year to everybody, all of you guys, my fans, my foes, my friends, my everybody. I want to say Happy New Year to you. My voice might be a little raspy. It might do a little something else because I'm like fighting this little thing that's going on up in here. You know what I'm saying? But we pushing through. We gonna push through. We gonna push through. I didn't technically have any major plans, but I did get a chance to spend time with my babies. I can honestly say that this ending, this year has been so filling. And I could go on and on and on and recap my life and my journey thus far, but I'll unpack that as I go. I just, there's so much I could say. This is my diary out loud. I guess I could do whatever I want, right? This year has been filling. I went from this time last year, I was in the hospital. Like, I was at least, well, I wasn't in the hospital yet, but at the time, I didn't know that I had a kidney infection going on. And I was pregnant with my son. And so that led me to the hospital. And I was just like, oh my goodness, because I was up, fun, having, enjoying, and I thought that everything was good. But no, like, I had some things going on, and I was in the hospital for like a few days, almost a week. And I just was like, man, I had to sit for a minute and just be like, Lord, thank you. I thank you that you give me the opportunity to see my baby boy in the flesh. He's no longer in my belly. He's out of my belly. He's alive and well. He's getting chunky and all these things. My body is feeling pretty good, outside of fighting whatever it is that I'm fighting for the moment, because it's only for a moment. But I am so grateful my children are thriving. Like, they're flourishing. They may not be perfect, but who is? I'm not even. And so I'm just grateful just to be here. I'm grateful to share this platform with you all. I'm grateful to just be able to just be. I am. So thank you guys. Thank you, everybody who supports me, supports my journey, supports, everything that I do, my businesses, who, just rock with me, who are genuine, because genuine people, I don't know why it's so hard to come by, but it is a lot of the times. And I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I could go for miles. Your girl can go for miles, and I'm super excited. And y'all, let's get into it, because it's gonna be a good year. I know that this year is gonna be filled with so many different things, but let me tell you, it's going to be good. There is so much to talk about and so much to unpack. Like, I'm so excited to present to you our newest and latest series, I'm Rich People Stuff. Now, this series means so much to me on so many different levels. And in the podcast episode, the very first one, I explained to you why it means so much to me, and just a little bit of my journey of how I even got that topic or this series title in the first place. Like, just to give you a little bit of it, like, I was going through a situation that was totally not me. And I'm sure that we all can relate to things that are not us sometimes. Like, we do things that are not us. Sometimes we end up in situations that don't serve us well all the time. But I literally held on to the saying, and shout out to my friend, because he literally showed me that I was valuable in a time where I just didn't know. I didn't know. And so, like, I get a chance to share my story with you all as to how I got there, what led me there, how I felt or how I was feeling, so many other things in this latest episode. In the very first episode, if you have not gone over yet, go on over to Podbean and follow me under Her Diary Out Loud and check out our latest podcast episode series, newly starting, I'm Rich People Stuff. And yes, I am Rich People Stuff. Well, what does I am Rich People Stuff mean? Like, it means to be valuable. I am valuable. Not only am I valuable, but I also am worth a lot. I'm worth much. I'm not just worth what you think that I should be worth, but I'm worth what God says that I am. Like, just because you threw me away back in that last year, or I didn't qualify for whatever it is that I was supposed to qualify for, guess what? I was still worth the amount that God said that I was worth. And my value did not change just because of my circumstance and situation. And in light of that, I'm here to be able to tell the story. And so I'm so excited because you get a chance and you get an opportunity to tell your story. You get an opportunity. You get an opportunity to stand your ground. You get an opportunity to be your great. You get an opportunity to rise and shine. You get an opportunity to experience the first shall be last and the last shall be first. This is the year. But not only is this the year, I thought that this was so timely. I said, God, you always do things in a time where you just know how to do it and when to do it. And the reason being is because what good of an opportunity to talk about being quality assurance to people who didn't quite understand your value or your worth in that last season. That last season, God was pruning you. He wanted to see how obedient you would be, or he wanted to see if you had grit, or he wanted to see if you had a backbone, and he wanted to see the power of your no. He wanted you to see the power of the I am, and how the words that you speak, it creates the world that you live in. He wanted to see where you were. And so I had to learn. I had to learn that I'm rich people stuff. I walked around thinking that I was this beautiful girl and I had it all together. But really, I was broken in different ways from different connections and different things that did not serve me well. Also, while holding on to traumas that I had not addressed from childhood. Although I lived in a household with my mother and with my father, there were other things that I experienced, and I needed to get to the root of that. And that's what you see today. You see rich people stuff. And so when I say that I'm rich people stuff, I am operating and moving and moving gracefully in the flow of my authenticity, of my God-given power, of my femininity, of just who I am as a creative, of a lover, of a speaker, of a friend, of a sister, of a mother. I am that girl. I am rich people stuff. I am who God says that I am. I can be who God says I can be. I say this all the time because I mean it. A lot of people say things that they don't mean. And because we're in a new year, not just because we're in a new year, but I'm gonna need you to change your language. Because when you see yourself as rich people stuff, you no longer act the same. You no longer hang around less than. You are quality assurance. And so you do things that are necessary so that you can adjust and so that people can adjust to where you're going. Not where you were, where you're. So I'm excited to do that with you. I'm excited to partake with this newfound experience of understanding that you're rich people stuff, understanding your worth and your value. We all have a story. I've been crowning up for a long time, and I've said crown up, y'all, crown up, crown up, and I'm like, nah, for real, crown up. And I didn't know, but one of the scriptures that I used was, we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and through the words of our testimony. And truthfully speaking, we all have a story. And it took me a minute to understand that I was rich people stuff. It took me a minute to understand that I had true value, not this value, this surface level value that people quote unquote may talk about or speak of. I'm talking about the value that is from within that people hate on, and they really need your help, but they don't come to tell you because they got too much pride. But you already understand who those people are, how they operate, and what they dealing with. And you like, look, whenever they ready, I'm here. I'm rich people stuff. I'm rich people stuff, and so are you. So in this latest episode, this latest series, we're going to unpack affirmations and things that rich people do, how to have a wealthy mindset, how to do things in a magnificent way, how to just love on you from the space of true authenticity, a true change of environment or scenery or what have you. And I'm actually going to be led of God. However God gives it to me to give to you. It's on my heart. It's going to be my story. It's going to be my story, my way. Y'all already know what it is. It's her diary out loud. This is what we do. And what we do is live life. What we do is we be truthful and we be honest and we tell you what it is like it is, because we know that our story cannot just help the ones that are viewing, but it also can help the ones that you share this video out with. So I urge you all to share this video out with someone. Let them know that we're here. Tell a girlfriend, a good girlfriend, a friend, a sister, somebody. Let them know that we're out here because we're rich people stuff. And even tell a guy friend, because I'm sure that some of our guys, if not a lot of our guys, or all of our guys can get something from our podcast, get something from our podcast episode recaps, and, take something with them even into this new year. We're doing different things this year. Now, you should have been doing that last year. Your new year should have started last year, because now you want to be coming up. You want to be coming up in this new year with some new stuff when you should have been shifting your mindset back there. I mean, back there, but that's okay. That's okay. The good Lord will meet you where you are. And luckily, I am who I am. I will too. Take all the time you need. Write in your journal or your diary or whatever it is that you have. And just release. Release. The first shall be last and the last shall be first. Remember, I am rich people stuff and so are you. Tell a friend to pull up. Share this out. Also, go on over to Podbean once again. If you have not, follow us on Her Diary Out Loud podcast. Check out our latest episode, I'm Rich People Stuff. And also, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop us a line. Follow us on all of our social media platforms. We're on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube under Her Diary Out Loud. Also, lastly, go on over to my art page. Follow me under Artistry 101. I'm your girl, Danny Royal. I do art. Yes, I do. That's my jam, okay? And I also make beautiful earrings and handbags. I don't have my earrings on today that I made. However, I do have some. And I also have an Etsy shop that you can check out from my page, okay? So that's Artistry 101. That's HART. ISTRY 101. Go on over there, follow me, check me out on Etsy. Maybe you might see something that you like, or maybe you can just stay tuned to see what action I'm gonna do next, or what I'm doing, or how I got things going over there. And you never know what might come through, because I also give art out sometimes too. I don't know. 'Tis the season to be jolly, okay? So, and remember, you're not just mentally fit, physically fit, or spiritually fit, but you are feminine and fit. Bye.